Okay, thank you for giving me the opportunity for speaking in the Open Metadata community session for August. I'll be discussing data cataloging and governance using Open Metadata at Thndr. Let me introduce myself. My name is Fizza Abid. I am data engineer at Thndr. I have over 5 years of experience in data engineering, ETL, data quality, infrastructure deployment, and scaling the platform, analytics, and big data. Okay, so the agenda for today is what does Thndr do? What architecture of open meta do we have at Thndr? The metadata challenges that we were facing at Thndr, the reason why we went for open metadata, use cases for which we are using open metadata for, and the implementation and deployment of open metadata at Thndr. To start with, what does Thndr do? Thndr is an investment supermarket where you can actually buy stocks, sell stocks, you can invest in gold, you can buy mutual stocks. Currently, we are based in Egypt and United Arab Emirates, and you can do this remotely. You don't even have to visit any branch or anything or have a restrictive capital. The app is relevant and intuitive, and we make sure that our customers are successful in investment. We push on education a lot. We have a platform called Rumble for educating our users, and it's effortless account opening, intuitive investing, and there are flexible funding methods when it comes to Thndr. What has Thndr achieved? We were among the 30 fintech companies mentioned in Forbes in 2023. We were most innovative brokerage firm mentioned by Egyptian Exchange, and we also won the Entrepreneurs Award in 2023. And the features mainly include you can invest in stocks, you can invest in mutual funds, gold, and instant top-ups and withdrawals. Now I'm going to start with what were the challenges, metadata challenges that we were facing at Thndr. So basically, we did not had any automated data quality alerts. We had to manually set up alerting, and there was no way automated where we could check the freshness of data. We used to manually check for freshness and volume and schema detections, and we used to do manual detection of PII columns using a regex. But sometimes what happens is that even your column name would not match the regex, but inside that the value would be a PII. So you need something like machine learning for this type of thing. And we did not had a business or technical glossary. And there was no single place where we could find all our metadata. We had to individually check in our warehouse, in our for pipelines we have to separately check, and for dashboards we have to separately check. So in order to overcome these challenges, we opted for open metadata. Now the reason for choosing open metadata is, number one, it's open source. You can easily deploy it on EKS or Docker image depending upon the solution that your company is opting for. And the features are really good. They're providing you metadata management, data quality, data lineage. It's like a single solution for all your data cataloging, data governance. And the third thing is their community support. If you reach out to them on Slack, they instantly share the documentation or solve your problem. That's why we opted for open metadata. So this is the current architecture that we have at Thndr. We are getting data from data warehouse, pipelines, and dashboards, and we are ingesting all this data into open metadata. And the components connected to open metadata are Apache Airflow, Elasticsearch, MySQL for storing all the internal metadata that open metadata uses, and we are actually sending all the alerts on Slack. Deployment, we have basically deployed open metadata on multiple EC2 machines, and using Docker Swarm, and we have connected Apache Airflow, Elasticsearch, MySQL. It's important when you're deploying it on production that you rotate JWT tokens as mentioned in the documentation. And if you're deploying it for production environments, it's really good to have SSO. So what are our usage about open metadata at Thndr? We have a small team of 2 data engineers, 1 data platform engineer, and 3 data analysts. And we are basically using the glossary feature because sometimes it's hard to know the meaning of the columns in data products. So this feature is very relevant, and we are also using it for data quality checks. And especially we have batch ETL. So for batch ETL, it's important to have checks like not having the duplicates, and the data was timely updated. Currently, we have small number of data quality tests, but we are growing them. Okay. Also, we have different teams on open metadata like data engineers, data analysts, data interns, etc. And it's easy to collaborate on open metadata. You can assign your team members any task. You can mention them if any incident happens. You can assign them. So this feature is really good, and we're using it at Thndr. Other feature that we use at Thndr is data discovery. So whenever we have to find anything, let's say I want to find a column user in any table or any type of column I have to find, I can filter that column very easily. So it's automated through open metadata. I can find the metadata, DDLs, definitions of views, store procedures, everything in a single place through open metadata. So data cataloging has become very easy for us at Thndr due to open metadata. We are able to filter it. We are able to filter it on table level, store procedure, database level, and this has become very easier for us. Another feature that stands out for us is data classification. So open metadata has helped us in identifying automatically the PII columns, because what happens is that sometimes your column name doesn't match a regex, but inside that the value is itself a PII. So with open metadata, they use machine learning uh, for identifying the PII columns into sensitive and non-sensitive. Like in the screenshot, you can see that open metadata identifies ID number as sensitive. So it basically goes on to the value and it checks whether the value is equal to a PII or not. Data lineage. So data lineage is basically when where your data is coming from, what transformations are happening, and what's the final destination of that data. So and you can open metadata provided us a way to automatically found the lineage for all the pipelines and everything. They are providing you column level and also the observability layer. Like if you want to see the high level, there you can see it on high level, but if you want to see which columns are mapped to which column and where they are going finally, so you can also generate column level lineage, and finally they allow you to even export that lineage in Excel. Okay, we are also using the data quality feature from open metadata. Most of our test cases are custom SQL query based test cases. We are matching the counts between two tables. We are actually checking that this column should not be null, or our pipeline, our data doesn't have any duplicates, etc. So most of our checks revolve around this. We have them currently for data products and for batch ETL use cases, like because batch jobs run at a specific time and you want to check that your data was being updated at the right time and there was no latency between the data. Okay, and they also provide you a data quality profiler where you can check the unique percentage, null percentage, distinct percentage, or if you want to have a custom metric, anything you can also configure. But by default, it comes with, it tells you everything like row count, column count, etc. And if your test cases are successful, it will tell you success, they were aborted, you know they were aborted. And it also tells you in chart form. Red means they were failed, and on failure, you can set up Slack alerts or whatever medium works for you. Lastly, they have a very good feature, data governance. You can manage roles and policies on open metadata. You can have roles like if you want, if you're using data mesh architecture, so you will have like different level of different tables, like let's say operations, marketing, etc. So you can manage like who will have access to these assets. So this feature you can manage. Also, they're providing you with attribute level and granular level of access control, and this feature is really good. And you can create your teams, you can create user collaboration. We are also doing this on Thndr. Like we have different teams, we have different users, and we allow them role-based access control and relevant accesses. Thank you, everybody.